It is the Monday morning cup of coffee for Monday, November 6th, 2023. And my name is Tommy Womack, as it always is. When you see me walking down the street, you say, "Hey, Tommy Womack," and I'll turn around, unless we're walking towards each other, in which I'll already be facing you. That way. Let's have a sip of coffee, shall we? I got my Beatles mug right here. It's been a hard day's night. Let's have a sip. Looking in the screen, I look very red today. Not a whole lot of choices in lighting on this camera up here. See, now I look a little less red there. Is that better? Call in, vote, see which lighting is better. We'll try the other one again. Well, that's no light at all. That's no good. Let's see, how's that? I kind of like that. That's all right. My lamps are blooming out on either side of the bed, but, maybe that's kind of cool. We'll see. Anyway, speaking of the Beatles, you heard the new song yet? I have. I've heard it all the way through once. And I'm going to buy it. I'm going to get the 45 vinyl 7-inch single of it. I'm going to get that. But kind of just to have it, really. I didn't think that much of the tune. I thought it was kind of a throwaway. I don't think John finished it. From what I'm gathering, from what I'm reading, is that John just sort of tossed off this half demo of it, that he didn't have much of a song written, and never finished it up himself, implying that maybe he didn't find it to be worth finishing anyway. And Paul finished it. George didn't. They started recording the song in '94 for the Beatles anthology project, and they did "Free as a Bird" and "Real Love," and those appeared in the anthology. And they were working on "Now and Then," and George put the kibosh on it. He said, "I don't want to finish this song up. It's mediocre. Let's not do it." So they didn't. But now, 25 years after that, 28 years, 47 years, I don't know. They're using AI technology, which you're hearing more and more and more and more about. AI, artificial intelligence. I don't like it. I think AI is a step too far. Well, we don't need artificial intelligence. We need more human intelligence is what we need. So they've got this artificial intelligence, and it's pulling John loose from the sound of the piano that he recorded at the same time, and it's allowing them to sample what I'm pretty sure is something from "Because" off the Abbey Road record. I think that's the vocals from that they sampled and played on a keyboard probably. And it was nice to hear. It's nice to hear the Beatles all together on one track. I'm not going to completely gainsay it. It was nice. I'll listen to it again. It's just not. It's not a platinum smash right out of the box #1 or anything, but it's a new Beatles song, and we got a new Stones song just recently, several of them, whole albums worth of them. And so here I am, Tommy Womack, playing my guitar, singing my songs, writing my little pithy essays and books and columns and articles and whatnot. And I'm competing with the Beatles and the Stones. 60 years after the fact, they're still freaking here. And I don't have to just compete with Jason Isbell or Lucinda Williams or Chuck Mead or Kevin Gordon or Tim Carroll or Will Kimbrough or Elizabeth Cook or Amelia White. I have to compete against Paul and John and George and Ringo and Mick and Keith and Ronnie and whoever else is left in the Rolling Stones. And by the way, that's another pet peeve I have. Now when you see pictures of the Rolling Stones, there's 3 of them. 3 Rolling Stones. Before that, when Charlie was still alive, all the pictures had 4 of them. No, 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 no. The Rolling Stones were 5 people. Anything less than 5 and a picture of the Rolling Stones is wrong as wolf pussy. That's just the way it is. And you know that bass player they hired in 1994, Darryl Jones? He, I believe, would have been in those pictures of 5 guys if he wasn't black. I believe that. I have no way to prove it, and Mick won't take my phone call, so I have no way to confirm it, but that's what I believe. If Darryl Jones had been white, they would have started putting him in the publicity photos, and they would have been a 5-piece. That's what I think, by golly, by gum. So enough about that. We got a couple of cool gigs coming up. Lisa Oliver Gray is celebrating her 60th, dare I say, birthday. Yes, she is. It's going to be at the Low Volume Lounge at the East Side Bowl. It'll be this Saturday night, the 11th, which is her birthday. And if I am not mistaken, it starts at 6 and it goes till 9. And I'm not mistaken. That's what it is, 6 till 9. And I'm singing a song, I'll stop the world and melt with you. That's me. That's the song I'm going to do. And I'm going to do it just like that. I'll stop the world and melt with you. That's how I'm going to wear a Vegas tuxedo and have a martini in my hand. And you know, it'll be total class. It'll be very classy. And at the same time, from 7 to 8, at the 5 spot, we will have Ned Hill's CD release party for his great record, 1000 Watt Town. I've heard it. I love it. Ned is a local treasure. He's been ignored far too long. And he's also the oldest brother of Billy Mack Hill, bass player for Government Cheese. So Ned Hill is having a release party, and you should really support him. And then come out and see us at the East Side Bowl. There's gonna be a band playing the whole time, and it's not a showcase. It's not Lisa singing her songs and me singing my songs. It's a whole bunch of people, and we're all doing covers. I'm doing I Melt With You by Modern English. There's going to be a lot of MTV 80s type covers. Our stuff, the stuff we grew up on, the stuff we cut our teeth on playing in cover bands in Bowling Green, Kentucky back in the 80s. And for you people under the age of 30 there, the 80s was a decade. It was right after the 70s and right before the 90s when you were born. So that's just to clarify that it had big hair. Everybody had really big hair. Everybody had what they call parachute pants. I'm going to do the big hair for you right now. And I ran so far away. So that was the 80s. This is sort of the 80s and sort of Rocky Horror. I don't know. I put the hat back on. Jeez. So that's this coming Saturday. Lisa's celebrating her birthday at the East Side Bowl, 6 to 9. Ned Hill is doing a record release party, and the gig is officially 6 till 8, but Ned's going to go on around 7. And, you know, come out and see us at the East Side Bowl, but split a little early enough to get to the 5 spot and see Ned at 7, and then he'll be done at 8, and we'll still have another hour at the East Side Bowl, so skedaddle back over there. I would also recommend that you drink heavily at both places so that when you're driving real fast, it'll be an adventure. I'm just kidding. There's nothing funny about drinking and driving. You know, as Sam Kinison said, you know, the problem with arresting people for drinking and driving is it's the only way to get the car back to the house. And enough of that. Sticky subject, sensitive subject. The following Saturday, November 18th, it's Tommy Womack's 61st birthday gig. You know, I always have a gig on my birthday. It keeps me from jumping out of windows. And this will be at D's. and it'll be from 7 to 8:30. I publicized it as being from 8 till 9:30, but it's not. It's 7 till 8:30, and that's when we're playing. So come on out, celebrate my birthday. That's Saturday, November 18th, and we're going to have a time. It's going to be real fun. And then the following Saturday, gigs are only on Saturdays in November. It's a rule. You know, it's the Tennessee State Legislature. They enacted that Tommy will only play Saturdays in November. Nothing else. November 25th, the following Saturday, the Saturday of Thanksgiving weekend. Annual tradition here. Marshall Chapman at the Bluebird, Songwriters in the Round with Marshall, Matresaberg, and moi. And we'll be playing our songs and telling our stories. There will be jocularity. There will be misty-eyed love songs. There will be side-splitting japery from at least me. Matresaberg's husband, Jeff Hanna from the Nitty Gritty Dirt Band, he's usually there. And we usually draft him in to play Mr. Bojangles, and that's always a thrill. I'm sitting there playing guitar with the guy who sang Mr. Bojangles on the radio when I was a kid. Jerry Jeff Walker wrote it, but when I was growing up on the radio, it was the Nitty Gritty Dirt Band's version that I heard all the time. So, and that's always a neat kick when Jeff sits in with us. So let me see here. This is a big thing for me right now. You see this? Pickers, Pilgrims, and Honky Tonk Heroes by Tim Gianni. And it's an incredible book. I'm writing an article about it. And there are so many. It is portraits, sort of. It's encounters with some of our favorite country stars, some rock stars, some R&B, Bobby Baird, Johnny Cash, Eddie Arnold, which is a treat. I like that chapter. Charlie Daniels, George Jones, Billy Cox and Jimi Hendrix, Slim Whitman, yes, Slim Whitman, Willie Nelson, Perry Baggs with Jason and the Scorchers. I love that chapter. Uncle Josh Graves, Scotty Moore from Elvis's original band, Scotty Moore from That's All Right Mama, the guy who invented rockabilly guitar pretty much. Billy Joe Shaver, Donnie Fritz. It's a great book. I'm writing an article on it, and I can't wait till it's done and gets published and the whole world can know about this great book that Tim Gianni has written. And also check out Sidney Bullins' book, Transelectric. It is a terrific book, and I've written an article about her too. I don't know if it's been published yet in the Nashvilleian magazine, but I've read the book and written the article and moved on to the next book, the next article. And I'm going to move on now. I'm going to move on to WXNA LP-FM 101.5 on your FM dial and streaming on WXNAFM.org. And that's at 9 to 10 a.m. This Central Time, this right here, this Monday, 9 to 10 a.m. So tune in if you can calculate where you are, what the time difference is. I'm never very much good at that. It's you have to time in. You have to tune in at 7 a.m. on the West Coast, at 10 a.m. on the East Coast, and I think 5 p.m. No. It's more like 1 p.m. I don't know what the hell it is anywhere else. Figure it out your own damn self. Jesus Christ, I have to do everything myself. See, my anger management classes are paying off. I didn't smash the computer screen this time. This is my third computer in a week because I keep smashing the screen in fits of pique, fits of consternation, fits of high-octane disdain. That's a new one. High octane disdain. I'm going to remember that one. I'm going to write that one down as soon as I stop videoing this bullshit. Anyway, don't let the bastards get you down. God bless you. Don't be afraid to say I love you first. Keep your face on the ground, your nose to the grindstone, your ears to the stars, your toes to the water, your backside to your jeans to the seat, your seat to the steering wheel. This is going nowhere, I can tell. Let's have a sip of coffee and get out of here.
You got your problem, I got mine too. Let's focus on mine and it'll be good for you. It's all about me, babe. It's all about me. Oh, can't you see?